All right, guys, so I consider this to be the most fundamental exercise to help restore function in the body. What it helps to do is restore our internal scaffolding, essentially putting the joints and all the different structures in the appropriate place so that we can then start to hold the appropriate shape to drive proper function. Because what ends up happening for most of us over time, especially those that tend to live in chronic pain, is that the body is really good at compensating. And over time, our body just kind of twists and contorts and no longer holds the appropriate shape. And then as a result, it's like a building that's kind of collapsing. As a result, we can't run the underlying physics, pressure, move air, joints the way we're meant to. And as a result, our body can't compensate anymore. And for a lot of people, this loss of structure, in order to restore it, we often have to go from the bottom up. Because for many of us, we can't keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth, therefore we can't support the head. It just doesn't fit. Modern day, many of us just don't have big enough sized jaws. So as a result, the tongue can't fit on the palate, I can't support the head. That's 10 pounds. And what ends up happening over a lifetime is that I have to play human Jenga to make it all work. And this is where I tend to kind of get off from the rib cage down. And this is where I no longer have good balance between my two arches. I tend to have a weight shift, and I no longer control the pelvis because it's dictated by where it lives and how it functions, because it needs to compensate because I can't support the head. So for many that I've worked with that have a lot of low back pain, neck pain, maybe they can't even go into the gym, I like to start here because it's very safe. People can kind of really weed in from the shallow end of the pool, and I think people can really feel a lot in a matter of a few minutes without feeling like they're not going to be able to get up. And so why I like to start this exercise teaching on a table is because it has give to it. So the give starts to give the body this sensory perspective of almost like a chest compression, or I'm pressing down on a suction cup, because my feet and my hands, when everything's aligned, create these suction cups that allow my body to kind of move pressure the way it's meant to. And what ends up happening is when I lose the appropriate scaffolding top down because I can't support my head, a lot of what ends up happening is my pelvis and my ribs that are meant to kind of work just like a piston, I often get this imaginary force that comes and kind of cuts my internal corset due to my pelvis and kind of ribs having to shift. And then what ends up happening is I've got a pelvis, rib cage, and someone comes and cuts my internal weight belt, and now all of a sudden I've got a pelvis and ribs forward. So oftentimes people have seen this picture, right, where there's this lack of internal pressure for all the guts sitting in like a controlled sack in terms of holding pressure. And when I tend to get like this is where the pelvis, essentially think like a bowl. The bowl is spilling into the floor. And oftentimes when I don't have the bowl neutral, I have a rib cage up here that I can't create any pressure, because essentially when this bowl is spilled and my feet are on the floor, I don't have any pressure. I can't feel the ground because my feet are supposed to work kind of like a suction cup, or think like a planter for a tree, and I'm the tree. When I have good pressure through the floor, my two arches are supposed to essentially hold like an internal flower pot. And that support is what allows me to keep my center of mass kind of inside and stay tethered to the floor. What ends up happening is when I play that human Jenga, a lot of times I lose my internal pressure, and then my center of mass and my ability to sense the ground, a lot of it goes away due to the way I'm able to sense the ground. Because when my tongue doesn't stay up on my palate, think like the bulb in the back of the toilet, I can't get a good seal. So when I don't have a good seal, I don't have good internal pressure. The water keeps running, right? The pressure is very low. Well, as a result, that lack of pressure often leaves the brain not feeling safe. Low levels of pressure don't allow me to self-organize and create good rooting into the floor, and as a result, I have a hard time feeling stuff. And feeling the ground is critical, but only when I have things in the right place am I often able to do so. And so for those that kind of have this dumped pelvis, flared ribs, and maybe you work a desk job, you're sitting all day long, I need to kind of pull that body back into alignment so that I can get this pressure. This pressure is going to allow me to start to sense my midsection and allow me to kind of trap everything in this self-contained case, which is how all my guts stay protected from an internal weight belt perspective. So I like to use a table. If not, you guys can do it on the floor, but I like to start with a ball against the wall because then it can't go anywhere. Yeah. Probably my favorite ball is this Go Fit. It's a 55 centimeter. And then you guys can either do a pillow, a small pillow, a towel rolled. I really like these like cervical pillows to kind of hold basically your head and your upper cervical in a good position, because what that does is allow the brain to feel safe, and it allows a better signal so that I can start to optimize function. Because when the brain doesn't feel safe, the brainstem sends a weak signal to the body. And this is often where a lot of us live or have lived for a long time now. So starting to put everything in a good place and then run pressure is going to allow that brainstem to fire a better signal and allow me to start to feel things. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on here. I want to get in a position where I maybe want to start with like my knees at like 90 degrees. Okay. So I want to start with the feet. I want to think inside edge of my heel and my big toe are going to sit on the ball, almost like I'm kind of pushing in like a suction cup. So I want to have enough push into the ball that I'm just hanging out there to where I don't shut off. Because if you think about roots on a tree, you never just walk over and you can pick up a root. They're always working. At some point, I want to have low level rooting of my body at all times to ensure my body is holding itself where it needs to be so things can work appropriately. So my feet are going to kind of sit on that ball, inside edge of the big toe, heel. And then I want to imagine that as I inhale, imagine I'm the balloon. I need to get air. So the first thing I need to do is, right, I need to open the balloon, which is my arches. And then me being the balloon, I want to start to think, when I inhale, I'm going to go tongue on the roof of the mouth, and I'm going to think about, I want to pull the ball apart. So I'm going to inhale, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and then exhale, I want to give a slight push down, almost like a chest compression. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the hands. So my feet and my hands are going to be pushing into the table, pushing into the ball slightly, and then I want to pull it apart, tongue on the roof of the mouth. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, I want to push through the first knuckle and the trigger finger, and then the big toes. And if I imagined I had like a dodgeball right here, this is the little pump. So I inhale, if this was like the pump, it's filling. Exhale, I'm squeezing. So everything's kind of on that same page. Just like the tide, I'm inhale, breath. Exhale. And what I want to do is hold this integrity, and I want to think that I want to get my pelvis in a slight tuck, and then I want to stay there. So I don't want to like tuck and then relax, tuck and then relax. I want to kind of stay in that position, because when my pelvis, that bowl where it's spilled, I can start to get it in a good place. It's kind of like I'm restoring the function. Think of like a syringe. I want my bottom of the syringe to be solid so that I have something to push into. A lot of us that kind of have a spilled pelvis, we don't have any pressure into the floor because we're stuck with a hole at the bottom of our syringe. There's nowhere to drive pressure. So when I get my pelvis back under me, this is where I'm going to start to uncouple my pelvis from my lumbar spine. So instead of them being stuck together, they should move independent. And I'm just going to breathe here for a few minutes. This is probably my favorite thing to have people do for, let's just say, 5 minutes every morning. And some people end up like literally don't even get out of bed. They just flip around in the bed, grab the ball, and I'm just going to inhale breath, tongue on the roof of the mouth. I can keep the eyes closed. And all I'm doing is I have this fixed anchor with my hands and my fixed anchor with the feet. And what that allows me to do is kind of self-organize everything. It's like all trapped in one system. And I can start to keep everything locked in that system so it works appropriately. Because I need to kind of start to be able to feel all the different things so I can start to move the pieces and get them in a good place. And when I get them in a good place, now I can start to drive the pressure to get the appropriate function. And this is where the body is going to start to come alive. Because for me, my pelvis is kind of like a rudder, or like I said, the rudder is what gives me pressure at the bottom of the syringe. Well, if we don't have any pressure, I can't push it into the floor. My back doesn't ever have a shock absorber. And a lot of times too, it's like I can't keep this internal brace on when I'm doing life. So by starting to control that rudder and have control of that bowl and no longer spilling pressure, I can keep pressure in the body to allow it to function properly. And this is where, doing this either for a few minutes at the beginning of a workout, or for those that have issues, it's just a great activation, a few minutes every morning to start your day. And I'm just inhale, breath, fill in the rib cage, chest, and then exhale. I'm going to press down through the table. And then if I want to start to drive more pressure when I get things in a good place, this is where I'm going to start to take a bigger inhale through the nose. And whether I push the intensity by exhaling harder or longer, I'm going to start to get more and more activation. Now, for those that don't have a table, doing this on a bed, doing it on the floor, on a mat, is a great way to do it as well. Why I like the table, especially for the hands, is that people start to get sense of their body's supposed to do stuff. And for many that have issues with their low back, what'll end up starting to happen is, if I came over and you're doing this drill here, I go to pick the ball up and the ball comes with me. I want to make sure I keep everything tethered. So my 2 feet and my 2 hands are like 4 corners on a wedding tent. I want to stay into the ground. So I shouldn't be able to pick up the ball. If I walked over, I shouldn't be able to pick up either of your hands. And then keep checking in, because for those that start to get good here, what you're going to start to do is, I'm going to breathe up in my neck, or I'm going to lock out my elbows. And this is where I don't want to ever lock I want to be just shy. And what that does is ensure that the muscles and joints are starting to have to do the work instead of locking and using joints that can't stabilize the way the muscles are meant to. And what this does is start to give you access, like I said, to that rudder. That rudder is what's going to allow us to move pressure and start to allow us to drive forces into the ground, as well as keep intra-abdominal pressure on, to help us just keep a low-level pressure rooting into the ground all day long so that we can protect our back, our neck, and this allows us oftentimes to get out of pain. Because the first step is going to be, I need to be able to root, I need to be able to keep pressure in the container, make sure that I'm not spilling out of the bowl. Because once I have the bowl and I can control it, now I can kind of start to work on the other stuff. Doesn't matter if everything works well. It's like if you have the greatest medicine in the world, but like there's a hole at the bottom of your syringe, it doesn't matter, you can't put it in there. Same thing with the body. It's like if I don't have a pelvis, a rudder that works appropriately, I'm stuck not being able to manage pressure. Think about getting on a boat. If I have a boat and the rudder doesn't move, it's just stuck. I'm left having to go where the boat wants me to go rather than me dictating where I want it to go. And when I start to restore that freedom to my body so it can make the choice, I'm able to start to get out of these dysfunctional patterns and give my body better options in order to stay out of pain, and then do things that allow us to just enjoy our passions in life. So give this a shot. Let me know what you think.